What's up, guys? Stevie with Scotch and Things. Had to start the video over. Sorry, for some reason something happened. Got my companion back there. Head to the post office, mailing something out. My Shiro F3 Aquatic. Letting that go. I really like the F3, but being there's only 100 of them, special edition. There's Shiro collectors out there that would much rather. I love the knife. I love the look of the knife, but I'd probably just be better off with just a regular F3. I don't need a special edition one. As you can tell, I'm I would say more of a Strider collector than I'm a Shiro collector. I do want one of the 111s though. I want to try, a Shiro 111 out. I almost bought one the other day. They had them at Recon 1. I'm trying to be good though. So I'm selling a knife so I can buy a knife. I'm trying to be better. I've got something really sweet coming. So that's what I'm gonna try and do. I remember Dave talking. He had a number of knives he could have in the safe, and if he wanted something new, something had to go. I'm gonna excuse me. I'm gonna try and do more of that this year. If I really want something has to go. And what I'm really doing is trying to track down some older Striders, just some cool stuff, and being less like impulsive on buying. So sorry, it's really bumpy through here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I realize, like, what I've got to get through my mind is it might take years to get some of these Striders, and I'm okay with that. I can't get everything now, right? That just wouldn't be responsible, especially after what I spent last year. But yeah, I got a cool one coming in. Can't wait. What are we talking about? What are my top five knives right now? Last year I did like a top 3. Here's what's in my top 5 right now, and these are like what I consider like EDC knives. I keep my work knives and my EDC knives separate for some reason. I've got knives that I've got dedicated to just going on the job site because I know they're going to get more use, get beat on a little harder, and any of these most of them, any knife you could take to the job site. But like for what I tend to do with them at work, I've just got like dedicated, and maybe I'll do I'll do a video kind of showing those. But what's in my EDC, like what are my top 5 right now that I can't get out of pocket when I'm not at work? These are the ones like I get home from work and immediately I grab, even if I'm just sitting around watching TV or any. But these are the ones that have gone in pocket recently, and no surprise, I think like any of us, they're newer ones, newer acquisitions, because right, you get a new knife and you're excited for it, so that's what you kind of gravitate to. But I've slipped in some other, I've been trying to get some other ones in pocket, but I just, it's that new knife fascination, right? Hold on one second. Is there gonna be a parking spot? I'm gonna have to go around the block. I hate this post office. Downtown, small town, like 6 parking spots out front. So anyway, what are my top 5 right now? And it's funny, like I got a pair of shorts on, a pair of athletic shorts that, like, hey, what crazy person carries all these knives with them? I don't always, but like even like I'm just wearing that, kicking around today in athletic shorts. Not, it's rainy and windy out. We're not working. These they look like just normal basketball shorts, but they got like 2, like in your main pocket. You put your hand in your pocket. There's another pocket in that pocket, so like a secret pocket. So I got 2 secret pockets in the back pocket. So yeah, I'm dragging all these knives around with me, just into the truck so I could do this for you guys. This Rask, you guys, if you saw the unboxing, bought it on a whim. It had some issues right away. Then took it apart and found out it had a special meaning to me, a special date to me. And it's been flawless since. And I carry it a lot. It's seen a lot of use. The Ano's wearing on it really nice. It's given me a new appreciation for the Rask. Like I've said before, this is my, so I've got 1, 2, this is my 4th Rask. I have 2 right now, but I always carried them in slips and, you know, didn't really get them out that often. But I've been actually carrying and using this one a lot, and for an EDC knife, man, just a nice cutter, like for the type of stuff you do for EDC boxes, packages, stuff like that. What a great knife, and the action is phenomenal on it. You won't be, you know, the SNG snub, the double gunner grip, the old school. And it's funny what guys, I saw a thread, it was from a year ago or something, about what is considered old school in the Strider world, and I consider this old school. They don't make them anymore. You know, big stop pins. That's I think what I consider. I know some guys, there's different, you know, is there, yeah, whatever. I think a majority of the people said it was, you know, it's what's old. Use your interpretation. What's old school to you? I think that's old school to me, and it's kind of matching partner, the double gunner grip SMF. Actually, I carried this at work yesterday and used it at work. I love these knives, man, and I'm glad I stepped out and got some old school gunner grips again, and actually had some time with them. Like I said, last year I did that trade and got a SMF and SNG double gunner grip. Didn't really carry them because, you know, the guy wasn't comfortable with the trade anyway. Ended up keeping them for quite a while, but never really carried them. Just kind of would mess around with them, and I was like, well, what makes these so special? And when you actually get them in pocket and carry them and use them, I get what makes them special and sought after, and they are some of my favorites, some of my most cherished Striders right now. So that's 1, 2, 3. This is, you'll see a topic, is my OD green Monkey Edge SNG and 3V. I know a lot of guys were complaining when these came out. Centering was off on them. Centering was off on mine, and it progressively got worse. But I just let it roll like that for a while, and then took it apart, I don't know, a week ago, and cleaned it and put it back together, and it's stayed center now. So I know a lot of the guys complain about Strider, and they come with, and it had really bad lock stick, but it's just one of those things that I've learned, you work through the lock stick, and then it just is awesome. And with the centering, like mine was all the way over. It came a little off, and then it just progressively worked itself over to where it was like scraping the scale. Can you tell I'm just circling the block? Might as well when I'm talking. It was scraping the scale, but like I said, then I just took it apart, cleaned it, used Chris Reeve grease in it, and it's perfect now. I love this blade shape. This is one of my, I love that dagger grind on an SNG and an SM. I mean, I like that grind from Strider. So what is that, 4? No, that's 1, 2. Oh, yeah, that's 4. Squirrel. And no surprise, the XL, the Yeti, and like I would say, like, that's not super old, but it's older because it's got the flat pivot compared to the newer rounded pivot. So it's an older knife, but it came to me in mint condition. I've really enjoyed carrying it. I like how this scale design compared to, and it's a little bit heavier. There's more, it's a bigger, like I would say more chunkier scale than my double gunner grip XL. And I was messing around with both of them last night, and there's some weight difference, and I like, it's got some heft to it. You know, that XL double gunner grip, for being such a big knife, it's not super heavy, and like I said, the scale design has some more heft to it. I love that grind, man, and it's in pocket. Like, this is one I grab immediately when I come home. I just freaking love this knife. So use it, cut with it, you know. What else? So there's my top 5 right now, but man, I had to throw in an honorable mention. Another one, it's these, I mean, I say 5, but it was really like 6. The Hinder Project X. I don't have a ton of, well, I guess I do. I've had a bunch of XM18s. I mean, a bunch. I've had a lot of Hinder knives come through. This is probably one of my favorite. I think this is probably one of his better knives, the Project X. And like, I think its big hit on it is that it's just flipper only, and it doesn't have thumb studs, and Dave put studs on his. I don't know, I was thinking about sending it in to Dave to have studs put on, but you know, it's the reserve line, so it was, you know, built by Rick, and I don't know. So those are my top 5-6 knives right now. I'll probably do one just kind of showing my like my work rotation, just because, I mean, those tend to stay the same, and I'll carry one for like a month straight and then get bored, or I won't really get bored, but then I'll move it on to I'll go from one SMF to another SMF, or you know, there's a new knife in the rotation that you haven't seen. I think I'll post that video up tomorrow, liking that. You know, the Sawtooth's in there. What else? The Fighter Flipper. So knives you've all seen before, except for one of them. But yeah, that's just what I got going on right now. Trying to be better at buying. Trying to make myself sell a knife if I'm going to buy a new knife. And that is all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later. Bye.